Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you guys about how your job destroys your health. But before I get into that video topic, I want you guys to know that I have a free school community of like-minded group of men. I also have two free courses in there, one called the Financial Accelerator to help get your money in order, and then the second one is the 4 Steps to Better Health course. Those are some things, the 4 Steps to Better Health involves some practices that I don't really talk about here on YouTube as much, just because I don't have the time, and it takes, like I said, a long time to get into depth on the different benefits and ways to go about those things. So if you're interested in that, click the link down below. But anyways, getting back on topic, how does your job destroy your health? Well, let's analyze most people's day, right? Most people, right, they start off the day waking up at a time that's not of their liking, right? So typically we wake up at a time that, we don't really, our body would ideally like to be still resting at, right? So whether that's 5 a.m., 6 a.m., right? Sometimes earlier. Some people I know, I talk to a lot of people that I work with, and they wake up at like 3, right? 3 or 4. So starting out the day like that is the first way that your job destroys your health. And I can speak from experience because I deal with that every single day, right? I wake up at 5, and typically after my 2 days off, right, it's a little easier to manage because I just had 2 days to really catch up. But once I get to that like 3rd, 4th, and 5th day of working and waking up at 5, I start to really feel the fatigue set in, right? And it kind of screws me up for the rest of my day, right? Because think about it. When you wake up, right, at 5, right, if you get 6 to 7 hours of sleep, right, it's one thing if you wake up at that time and you can get to work right away on like your passion or your business or the thing, or you can get a workout in, or you can do something that benefits you, right? But the fact that we get up so early with a lack of sleep and then have to go straight to someone else's goals, we have to go work for someone else's goals, someone else's dreams, someone else's vision. And then you do that for 8 hours, 9 hours, and then you come home. Bro, most of us have nothing left to give after that full day of work, right? I mean, I still find a way to push through, but I'm still not optimal. I'm not optimized. You guys can probably see the difference in my videos when I'm working versus when I'm not, right? I have a lot more energy, a lot more clarity, a lot more focus. My thoughts come more efficiently to mind, right? I'm able to connect dots better. I'm able to make better connections. And so that's the first way that like your job can really significantly screw up your health and screw up your performance, right? So the second thing is food. Food is arguably the number one thing for your health. Arguably, I would put sleep up there as well. Food and sleep. That's why I kind of brought those two things up as the first couple things. Guys, a lot of us who work in retail, we work in fast food, we work at gas stations, we work in grocery stores. Bro, you're surrounded by junk food, right? And it takes a lot of discipline it takes more willpower to say no to something that's in your vicinity all day than it is to be disciplined by just not having the food in your house, right? Like if you don't have junk food in your house, well, that makes it a lot easier to not eat junk food, right? So it's just by mere virtue of you being there all day, surrounded by it, looking at it, working with it. Like at my job, I make pizza. I'm surrounded by pizza all fucking day, right? I'm surrounded by cheeseburgers. I'm surrounded by hot dogs, right? I'm surrounded by shit that isn't great for my body, right? So when you couple sleep, the lack of sleep, with the food, it's a double whammy where your vitality is being completely stripped from your body, right? And I stand up 8-9 hours of the day, right? So I'm I'm moving around, I'm constantly moving, doing things. And you know, it's good to stand up and move, but you know, also being up on your feet 4 hours at a time, 3-4 hours at a time, it gets exhausting, man. It gets exhausting. So you know, obviously the food that you're surrounded, I mean, you can meal prep all you want. I believe in meal prepping, but dude, at the same time, it's like, I don't trust my biology. My biology is wired to get the thing that tastes good, that has a dopaminergic effect. So it's like, why, you know, most of the times, I'm not gonna lie, I choose the pizza or the cheeseburger over the food that I bring. And it's like, sometimes I feel like I don't have control. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Sometimes it's like, dude, that piece of pizza is calling me way more than the salad, way more than the food I made, the rice and chicken, whatever. So that's the second way that your job may destroy your health. And number 3, stress. Stress. I could have honestly put stress as number 1, but whatever. They're all kind of very important here. Stress, guys, I mean, at your job, unless you're working by yourself, like I mentioned in another video, unless you're working by yourself, dude, your stress is going to be is not going to be optimized, is not going to be managed that well, because jobs don't necessarily cater to your well-being, right? They say that, you know, in different companies, in their job descriptions or in their core values, they'll say that they have mental health programs and this and that, but in reality, guys, they're just putting that there just to sound, just because it's lip service, it sounds nice, right? But in reality, right, when you analyze a corporation, we all know their primary design is just to extract you for profit, extract your energy and your time for their profit, right? So there's nothing really evil about it, right? I mean, you could argue it's evil, but at the same time, right, with that knowledge and with knowing that, you have to figure out a way to manage your stress, right? And so if you have to get a job that is away from people, I highly suggest you figure out a way to do that. The trades, really, I feel like, are a good way to get away from people. I mean, you're still going to experience stress in life regardless, right? But stress is something that really is prevalent in almost all jobs. Like, I think of all of the things that people deal with on a day-to-day basis, and I'm like, stress is definitely one of them. I mean, I don't have kids, so imagine though, think of the average person who has kids and a family and works a regular job, just your normal person. They have so much stress. They wake up at a time they don't want, so their body didn't recover, their cortisol's going up, right? They're hearing shit from their boss, right? They have customer complaints, so they deal with that, right? So they get home, 3 or 4, right? They've already had a shit day, and then now they got to take their kids to baseball practice. Now they got to listen to their kids yelling or complaining or being a pain in the ass, just like kids are, right? Most of the time. And then it's like, you know, they eat dinner or whatever, and then guess what? The day's pretty much over. What do you have left? It's 7 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock, you're getting ready to go to sleep. So people's stress, I mean, is definitely something that holds them back in life and really can fuck you up if you're not careful. You know, that's why I'm holding off on kids for at least like another 2-3 years, because at the end of the day, it's like, I know what comes with it, right? I know what comes with having kids, and I'm not saying that kids are bad or kids are something that you should avoid, but at the same time, I realize, like, dude, if I'm working a regular job, right, and I'm compromised on sleep, right, and I'm trying to figure out how to make money, how to work on a business, right, and the only time I have is pretty much, you know, 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 9 o'clock at night, it makes sense to try to avoid distractions as much as I can in those hours, right, and try to limit things that are gonna stress me out in those hours. So yeah, guys, there's no easy solution to this problem, right? I've offered some solutions, but it's through the thick, it's through the mud, it's through the pain, it's through the suffering, it's through the experience of duality, of dealing with all the things I'm talking about in this video, that you're gonna figure out like what you want to do in life. Like, to be honest, I mean, obviously I love talking to the camera. I love sharing ideas. I love, you know, talking to you guys in the comments and all of that. But one of my primary goals, like one of my primary motivations for financial freedom, guys, is just I just want to be like, dude, I just want to be like a healthy human being. Like I look around and I'm like, bro, if people aren't fat, anorexic, well, most people are just fat. People aren't fat, stressed out, and broke, right? It's like I don't really come across a lot of people who are, well, what's the opposite of fat? In shape. What's the opposite of stressed? Calm. What's the opposite of broke? Rich, right? Abundant. I just want to be like someone who can be like healthy. Like, is it really that? Is it like, sometimes I think to myself, I'm like, damn, bro, I just want to, like, sometimes when I wake up at like 5, because that's the time I wake up, I'm like, damn, bro, if you just gave me another like 2 hours, that's it. If you just gave me like till 7, I'd probably have a little bit more energy in my days, right? But nope, I got to be up at 5, and it's like that shit. Honestly, it's very frustrating, right? So I mean, obviously, that's one of my motivations. That's why, you know, I'm very persistent on my content creation, my consistency, and I'm also very absorbed in teaching you guys things that can help you get your stress levels low, get you healthier, and get you to where you want to be. Because like I said, I mean, it's not a very fun way of life doing this, right? Doing this shit over and over again, right? It's like, bro, when you look at people, it's like, bro, they live the same chaotic, miserable, frustrated, pissed off, sad, sick life every fucking day. And it's like, dude, if you like really analyze it, it's like, bro, is that really what life is supposed to be like? You know, is life really supposed to just be like a continuous stress, frustration, anger cycle, fatigue cycle, tired cycle? It's like, that just doesn't seem like a very fun way to live. Like, I don't think, you know, we came here to live like that, right? So, I mean, the answer to you solving your problem with working a job or getting over it is going to be something that you're going to have to analyze for yourself and, you know, make decisions based off of your strengths, what you're good at, what you like, and then you can kind of move forward from there. But I just want to bring this to light because I think a lot of us overlook how much our job intervenes with our life. I've heard that some of the things the 2 biggest things that will make or break your life are the person you marry or the person you decide to have children with, and then the job or profession you have. And it makes sense. It makes complete sense when I really analyze in depth each one. You know, when you have a job like that you don't like, for example, that's going to bleed into your relationship. That's going to bleed into your health. It's going to bleed into your ability to make money, right? Your stress, your happiness, right? When you screw up with a woman or you have kids with a girl that isn't fit for your life, right? That's gonna screw you up. Now you get alimony, now you get child support, right? Now you're very unhappy because it's like, dude, no matter how much money you make, you gotta pay more in child support. So, I mean, those 2 things you really gotta analyze and look at. But, you know, your job is going to be one of the biggest things that makes or breaks your life, right? And don't let people tell you it's not, right? People will just say, oh yeah, man, put your head down, do what you gotta do and get out. And yeah, that's great, but you can only put your head down, do what you gotta do for so many years before your health deteriorates, before you get a heart attack, before you divorce your wife because you're so sick, sad, and tired that she doesn't want to be with you anymore, right? So guys, it's a slippery slope, and it gets bad. It gets worse. It gets worse if you don't figure it out, right? It gets worse as you get older, as you age, because when you get older, you lose energy, right? You lose your you know, the older you get, the less motivation you have, because it's like your testosterone gets low, right? And a lot of your hormones change. So you guys got to figure out how you're going to you know, change careers, or just deal with, if you can't change careers in the moment, how you're going to deal with that. And that's what I intend to do with my courses and in these YouTube videos. So like I said, click the link down below to join my free school. I think you guys will enjoy those courses. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the inside. Peace.